The man was tied to a motorcycle. He was about to be torn to pieces, just because he accidentally overtook a rich young master's car, and ended up getting targeted by him. They directly beat the man until he coughed up blood. They even shoved a shoe into his mouth to humiliate him. Then they pinned the man on a table, prepared to chop off one of his hands as punishment. The barbecue shop owner saw this, and immediately tried to stop them, but the rich young master knocked him to the ground. However, the young master wasn't done with him yet. He ordered the man to stand still, or else he would go after the man's wife. The man had no choice, so he obediently complied. Then the rich young master started throwing bottles at him. Soon, the man was knocked to the ground, but the rich young master still wasn't satisfied. They used chains to tie the man to a motorcycle, ready to tear him apart. The man's wife warned them it was a crime, but the rich young master didn't care at all. He directly ordered his lackey to start the bike. As the motorcycle took off, the man's body was yanked into the air by the chains. At the critical moment, the man managed to break free from 4 of the chains, but his neck was still being pulled. The man was dragged by the motorcycle and slammed hard into a wall. All his ribs were broken, but the man's reaction speed caught the rich young master's interest, so he told his lackeys to hold the man down, prepared to chop off his limbs. At this crucial moment, the man's subordinates finally arrived after getting the news. The rich young masters were quickly surrounded. Seeing this, the man finally laughed wildly. It turned out the man was once the leader of the largest local gang, but because he grew tired of the violence, he hid his identity and lived a peaceful life selling barbecue with his wife. Now, the man decided to stop hiding who he was. He was determined to make those rich young masters pay, but the rich young master still looked down on them with contempt. After all, his father was the wealthiest man in the city. They even demanded he kneel and apologize on the spot, or face dire consequences. The man ignored them. Instead, he dragged out a grill. The arrogant young master was about to learn just how costly his disrespect would be.